Hey, what's up guys? This is going to be a review on the Panther Tier 7 German medium tank. Alright, first of all we're going to talk about the armor. Then I'll talk about the hit points and all the stats and the gun and everything after. Alright, so let's talk about the armor. We're looking at about 85 millimeters sloped. So you can see this is how much armor we got over here. It goes about 120, 120, 130 something. Lower plate of angled like this, and you're using a 90 millimeter gun as a ricochet. That's if you're angled like that. And as you can see, the side armor ricochet zone also for 90 millimeter guns. But it is only 50 millimeters thick, so whenever you're playing with the Panther, don't over angle, which is easy to do because you got crappy side armor. Because people will shoot your side armor. We can hear in this little gap, they will shoot you. So this is the armor pretty much in a nutshell, man. Weak spot right here, but actually it looks like it's not really much of a weak spot anymore. It's kind of weird. Guess they removed it. And the turret armor, you can see, is 120 millimeters, and it's kind of flattish. You can see right here. If you just shoot it flush right here, you will probably penetrate with a high pen gun like a derp gun. But sometimes you can get a bounce. Manlet is, as you can see, very strong. Ricochet 290, and of course mantlets are very strong, most of them. So you can see right there the little Commander Cupola. So you can see right here is only 120, and then it does have some armor in there also. You got to shoot it directly head on right here so you can penetrate easily. So just try to make sure you don't shoot it like at an angle or anything. Shoot it, just shoot it flat. And what else is there to say about the armor? Of course, you already know the weak spots, which would be this right here, little machine gun port, or the lower plate, of course, from the front, because the lower plate is only 50 millimeters thick, so it's not really thick. If we switch the AP shells to a 122 millimeter caliber, notice, right? Looks like, oh, there we go. You now can penetrate easily. There's no more ricochet. So obviously where you want to shoot a Panther would be this little machine gun port or lower plate, or if you have a really high pen gun and you don't care, you just go ahead and shoot the upper plate. But don't forget, it is sloped, so it could still bounce if these crazy angle. As you can see here, the armor does can get up to 170 something, which will bounce derp guns, but not on occasion. It will, once in a while, it will bounce a derp gun, because the sloped armor. So pretty much this is all the armor really in a nutshell right here. Okay, alright, so that's enough about the armor. Let's go ahead and look at the soft stats over here. Alright, so here are the stats. DPM with the gun, very crappy, only 1,900. But if we compare it to another tank, like let's say T-43 as a reference, of course it has lower DPM, but not by much. But where the Panther really shines is the penetration, as you can see right here. Pretty low, our average alpha damage, I guess. Not a lot of tier 7 medium tanks have really good guns. But this is all the stats right here. We're looking at it just like this: 100% max, 100% crew right here, no rammer or anything equipped. These are all the stats right here, as you can see. As you can see, it is better on the move because of that very nice gun it has. Better on the move than the T-43. Aim time seems about equal to the T-43. See, here are all the stats right here. Gun depression is at 8 degrees, which is actually pretty nice. But it is equal again with a T-43. Hit rate very high, obviously, because of the very accurate gun. And here are the camo values. So these are the little soft stats right here that you guys don't see in World of Tanks that you can see in Tank Inspector. So if you haven't downloaded Tank Inspector, I would suggest downloading it. It could help checking out all these little soft stats, like the mobility stats right here. We're looking at this on hard terrain, terrain resistance, all this good stuff right here. Alright guys, now we're going to talk about more in depth with the tank when I get back to the garage. Alright guys, I'm back, and as you can see, I'm back in my garage. So as you can see right here, here's the Panther, and this is my Panther right here, of course. Alright, let's start with the hit points that we didn't talk about back at Tank Inspector. We already went over the armor and some of the soft stats of the tank and compared it somewhat with the T-43, but now we're going to talk about, you know, the in-game stats and, you know, the crew and equipment and all that other stuff. Alright, so it has 1,300 hit points, which is the most out of any other medium tank. It is tied with the Panther M10, obviously, since they are kind of the same type of tank. Obviously, the Panther M10 is way crappier. I do have it right here. It's my German medium tank crew trainer. It weighs 45.6 tons, which means you can ram with it. It does pick up speed okay, and it does go 55. So, you know, if you're going downhill, you know, you could ram a lot of, you know, lightly armored tanks like other medium tanks that are not really that heavy. But I wouldn't suggest ramming heavy tanks unless, you know, you probably just want to die or something. It does have 700 engine power, which is pretty decent. 32 traverse speed, so like I said, it doesn't turn super fast, but you know, it's pretty good. You know, it's okay. It'll do the job. And of course, we already went over the armor. Went over the turret armor. The gun, so you can see right here, this is the top gun right here on the Panther, the L100, 75mm. Its rate of fire 13.64. 198 pen. This is like the most out of any medium tank at the tier. So this is pretty nice. It gets the most pen, but it also gets, you know, I think either lowest alpha damage or around there. But this is pretty low alpha damage, 135. But it does also have a 244 pin with gold rounds, which is pretty nice. You'll easily be able to pin tier 9 tanks, tier 9 heavy tanks with a 244 pin if you aim for weak spots. 0.32 accuracy. Again, this is where the tank shines, because this tank is mainly just a pure sniper tank, as you can see by the stats of the gun. 0.32 accuracy. You know, pinpoint accuracy with this gun, very nice. And 2.3 aim time, again, pretty decent. Now let's talk about the turret traverse speed is 30, so it's you know, not, like I said, not too fast but not too slow, so it's okay, it's pretty good. View range pretty nice, 380 meters, which is kind of a lot, but you know, it's not too much, but you know, it's good enough. 710 signal range, which is, you know, no one really cares about signal range, but it is, like, you know, this is pretty average for these higher tier tanks. Alright, now let's talk about the crew. I play my Panther as strictly a sniper, pure sniper. So as you can see, I have camouflage, I have designated targets, so when I'm aiming, you know, I get an extra 2 seconds to shoot them if I'm within the range with the reticle. And as you can see, again, camouflage. Off-road driving over here on my driver. But you know, if you want to play the Panther as a flanking tank, which I guess you could do, I would suggest getting snapshot, since, you know, that'll help during the turret rotation, of course, the accuracy. And of course, for the driver, you would want smooth ride, which will help a lot. So those are pretty much the 2 skills that would help with medium tanks. I don't really play medium tanks too much. I mostly play heavy tanks, so, you know, I'm not really too experienced with them, but this is a pure sniper tank pretty much, so this is the way I have my Panther set up. You guys probably have yours set differently, but, you know, that's okay. You guys, you know, probably play a different game style or play style with your Panther, but I play mine strictly as a sniper, which it does. I do pretty good with it as a sniper. For equipment, you want rammer, of course. For snipers, sniper Panther tanks, I want binoculars and camo nets so you can stay invisible and you can spot your targets, which is pretty nice. This will give you lots of view range right here. You'll be able to easily spot targets, and you won't be able to be seen as much. But if you're playing it as a regular medium tank, I would suggest ventilation and coated optics, or not gun lane drive, because it already has good aim time, or maybe even medium spall liner for for more ram damage and also protection for the crew and all that good stuff. this will help right here for the ram right here, 25% more, because this is kind of a ramming type of tank, because it does pick up speed pretty nice, and it is pretty heavy. So alright, we went over that. Now like I said, let's talk about now the play style the Panther has. The way I play my Panther, of course, like I said, is strictly a sniper, which that's pretty much what it is. I mean, just look at this. We already talked about the gun, but we've seen the gun. This is a sniping type of gun, and it is, this tank and the Panther 2 are the only ones with this gun. So it is a low alpha damage gun with very nice accuracy, very high pen, very low DPM, but it has very good pen, like I said, and it's a sniper gun pretty much. It is just a sniper gun. So that's why I play this as a sniper, but you could play it as a medium tank. It does have some armor, as we went over already. So you could play it as a medium tank if you move your preferences around. So you can play it as a regular medium tank, but I would go for a T-43 or something else. The Comet, other medium tanks at the tier. T-20 is also a very good medium tank, but if you want more of a medium playstyle, I would suggest playing those tanks, because this tank is kind of like a slow medium tank somewhat, but not with too much armor. So it's not like a heavy tank, but not much armor of course. So it can't be like a heavy tank, but it's kind of like a balanced tank right here. This is a balanced tank. So the playstyle that I would suggest you guys playing with it would be a sniper, but of course this is up to you. You can play it as a medium tank, or however you want to play it. You want to play it as a heavy tank, go ahead. Might dial up, but that's alright. So that's pretty much all I really got to say about this tank. I mean, how does it compare to the other tanks? You want to go over that? Let's go over that again. How about we check each heavy tank, each medium tank at the tier. So here's the T-20. Weighs a lot less, and it goes one more speed faster. Not as much whole armor, but it does have some turret armor, which I think this thing could bounce. And this is where the T-20 shines. It has a really nice gun with a nice amount of alpha damage, 240. So that's T-20 right there. A lot of medium tank I see people playing would be the Comet, which is a very nice tier 7 medium tank. The top gun it gets is 77mm. As you can see, really crappy pen, but high rate of fire. Even has 5 more alpha damage than the Panther's gun. So as we're talking about, the Panther I think does have the lowest alpha damage out of the tier 7 medium tanks. And let's not forget about the VK30D. That is also in the wrong one. That is also in the Germans' medium lines. Which this thing gets really crappy selection of guns. I mean, it's a tier 7 tank, and that gun just really sucks. Really low pen, but it has a really nice rate of fire. Look at that, 9.38 rounds per minute with 220 alpha damage, which is pretty nice. But that pen is just just so crappy at that tier. Yeah. So VKD, it's not. That's a good medium tank. Like it's more of a medium tank than the Panther is, but crappy selection of guns. The Russians, they have about oh yeah, here's another tank that has really good armor. KV-13. This thing has IS armor right here. Pretty much IS armor with T-43's gun right here, which is okay. Yeah, so pretty much the Panther is just kind of like it stands out from the medium line. Not a lot of people play the Panther because of the low DPM, low alpha damage, but I play it because I like using sniper tanks sometimes, and it's fun to just kind of camp in the back and just keep shooting people, and they can't see you, kind of invisible tanking. It is kind of fun just doing that every once in a while. And I don't do too good with my Panther, but I think I do alright. Let's check out my stats. What do we got over here? Vehicle's name. There it is right there, Panther. 218 games, as you can see, and I have a 50% win rate in it, which is alright. That's pretty good. And then I got the Ace Tanker badge. which I will show you a game where I did earn my ace tanker, and I wasn't even sniping either. This was just, you know, a game in a city area, and I actually survived it, which is kind of crazy. Because, you know, don't forget, Panther has a lot of HP, so it could take a lot of shots. Which I will show you that game later on for the gameplay. So as you can hear my stats, guys, so you guys could pause it, you know, pause the video at any moment so you guys could, you know, check them all out. There's all my stats with the Panther. Alright, so that's pretty much all I gotta say about the Panther, guys. Oh yeah, obviously you're gonna be playing as a sniper by some camo paint, give you an extra 5% of the camo rating. But yeah, this is all I gotta say, guys. This is mostly a sniper tank, the way I see it, and that's exactly how I play it. But you guys, you know, could play it to, you know, your preference. Alright, guys, now I will show you the replay later. Alright, guys, here is the replay right here of the Panther. Show you some gameplay, and this is the gameplay where I did earn my ace tanker badge. Alright, so battle starting, 3.79 second reload, and here is our matchup right here, 50%er, and it looks like their top tier tanks are, you know, not that good players by stats, of course. So they do have some pretty decent players though. Alright, so I'm getting over here to this position over here. Now remember, I played this thing, I didn't play this tank as a sniper in this map, because I always go over here with my heavy tanks. So I was just like, well, where should I go? So I just decided just to kind of back up over here and just, you know, try to snipe some targets over here that try to, you know, interfere over here. So I'm over here, got my binos on, got my camo net on, and I'm just here waiting for targets to show up, which is what I'm gonna do. So here I am, I'm waiting, seeing if there's any other targets, you know, or if there's any targets to shoot at. T-43 and Panther over there on the other side of the map. So we're here over here waiting patiently, waiting for someone to show up. An IS over there near C6 just got spotted, so we're winning 2-1 right now. As you can see, there's not that much people here where I'm at. In the middle, there's only a T-29 and an IS, so let's think about that for a second. Everybody else is over there on the other side. So I'm over here waiting for targets. And wait a minute, I see a Tiger P right there, full HP right there, just got spotted. So what I'm gonna do is go over there and get a shot into him. So let's get into position. Moving over here, get a nice shot right there, right in the side. And I'm trying to get off another shot, which I do get to have a shot in there. And then I see an A44 just shot right through his armor. You know, shot my track, so I back up. Of course, repair my track. So I know, it looks like he's coming to me, so I already know. I was like, alright, I'll just wait for you to come here. And he does, and I shoot him again. He takes out my engine. I guess he shot my lower plate. I am somewhat angled, but not really. Still shooting his lower plate. Again, he gets another good shot into me, so it looks like I'm already about to die here. Calling for help. Continuously shooting that lower plate. He shoots my track, so he makes a mistake there. And as you can see, the DPM isn't too shitty, but you know, it's not too bad, but you know, it does the job. Alright, so now the IS was bouncing on me the whole time. I guess he was just shooting my upper plate. I get 3 shots into him. And there's my armor, as you can see. Yeah, so he was shooting my turret and the upper plate, so that was pretty bad for him. Okay, so I see everybody's just like closing in. As you can see, I already have a nice amount of damage right here, 1,800 almost. So I was pretty happy about that. I was like, damn, I single-handedly killed that A44. So I'm over here, I see a T-34 and Hellcat around here, so I'm over here trying to get shots. Oh, as you can see, I kind of had a shot there at the Hellcat, but wasn't able to get it. Now I did rush my shot here instead of, you know, aiming. As you can see, I just got spotted right now, so as you can see, my camo is very high, like I said, with my camo skill so high. He couldn't see me till I shot. Got a nice shot into his engine right there. The Artie is shooting me, and now he broke my gun, and no more repair kits, so this sucks for me. Get a shot on T-34. Shot right in the side. He did beat me up a little bit there. He penetrated with that shot. So I'm pretty beat up now. I'm 248 HP. The Hellcat could easily one-shot me now. Had fucked up engine. Guns broken. So I'm not looking too good here, but I did do a lot of damage already, so I'm pretty happy about this game so far. So I was like, all right, you know, I might be able to, you know, even if I die, I might be able to get like, you know, a nice little badge or anything or something for this game, you know. But as you can see later on in the game, I did manage to survive. All right, so Hellcat's over there, so I can't shoot him. So I see KV3, and I see he's not looking at me. So with a broken gun, I still managed to get a shot into him. I wanted to get another one, but as you can see, he was going to turn and shoot me, so I didn't want to stick around too much. Alright, so wait a minute. You see the IS that was last spotted, right? So he's coming my way now. So this is pretty bad because he had a look at that, almost full HP right there. Shoot right in the side. He has derp gun and he bounces. Let's see where he shot. I think he shot. Yep, he shot the side. So that really sucks for him. He actually bounced off the side. I was slightly, I guess, angled. So you can see my angling right here. And I continue shooting his lower plate, and he never shot me again once he shot. So, you know, that was actually pretty nice. That's another way I got all that damage. 5 shots into him. So as you can see now, I did a lot for the game. Even though I only have 1 kill, I did a lot for this game right here, for the team. So I see KV3 again, and I want to get another shot to him, which I do. And he really wanted to kill me, so he almost shot me right there. And he brushes down there, but he can't shoot me and I can't shoot him, so I'm not gonna go up to him and get derped. So pretty much this is almost the end of the game right here. As you can see, 13-8. So as you can see, this wasn't a sniper type of game for me. This is not how I normally play the Panther. Yet I somehow still managed to survive. I got pretty lucky, I guess, with the bounces and stuff. But the armor, like I said, it is kind of good, so don't underestimate the armor of the Panther. I would still shoot the weak spots, the lower plate, machine gun pour in the front, or the cupola on the turret. So I'm over here going to the IS. Gonna go take him out since he's already about to die. Dead engine, so going very nice and slow. Alright. Shot him right in the back of the turret right there. And he's dead. VKD killed him. And of course the Artie's shooting at me. And there he is. So I thought I almost had a shot into him, and nope, they killed him. So as you can see, I got 25 shots in. 3,224 damage. That's, you know, that's really nice damage for a tier 7 medium tank. Of course, I was top tier, so you could say that. But I did do a nice amount of damage. Oops. Sorry about that, guys. I did do a nice amount of damage, and as you can see, it, you know, did a lot. So that's all, you know, that's the gameplay right there, guys. This is pretty much a gameplay of just not really using my sniper technique like I was talking about. I was just pretty much out in the open right there around the city area, playing kind of like a heavy tank. And I still got the job done. I still managed to survive thanks to the high HP pool and thanks to a lot of shots bouncing. Now I did earn a high caliber, a steel wall, Confederate, master gunner, and the ace tanker badges in this game right here. So that was, you know, a really good game for me in my Panther. Alright guys, so that's all I really got to say about this replay, you know, of this gameplay that you saw.